Yo, what's up guys, it's lostgriff. Welcome back to another video. Today's video just going to be another tier list. I like to make a tier list every 2-3 weeks to kind of gauge the state of 1v1's right now because I'm a big 1v1's player, so I kind of like to just do one of these tier lists every few weeks, kind of see how I feel about the game. Then you guys can kind of just watch through them, go back let's say a season 1 and see what my tier list was back then compared to what it is now and see how much the meta has developed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I just think it's really fun to do these every once in a while. So anyway, we're just kind of gonna get into it. Real quick though, just gonna shout out some stuff. Check out my socials in the description below. We have a Discord with LFG, reaction rules, and tournaments announcements. Really cool Discord to be active in the community with. But yeah, I'd like to shout out my socials real quick. Check the description real quick, and you'll see that I have my Discord, my Twitter, and of course, my other socials. You'll also see I have a Metafy, metafy.gg/lostgriff, where you can get access to coaching from me, who's considered a top 25 Finn player and also has a ridiculous amount of experience playing and watching the character. If you want to get some good experience against a Finn, whether it be to learn the matchup or whether it be to learn Finn, it's a great way to do that. And also I do Twitter banners and graphic design, overall stuff, so if you want to commission me, if you need that, make sure you hit me up. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below about my opinions. First character undeniably in the S tier is easily Batman. This character is just so overtuned right now. Oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. I don't really think there's anything they can do in 1v1s to make this character actually balanced. I just think battering is too good of a tool. I think that it's pretty clear that his vertical, his horizontal tools, and everything coinciding with that are all extremely good. He has just so much good movement options. He easily can just footsies the hell out of basically any single character in this game, while also being able to do 50% on touch, which is just nuts. Yeah, for Batman's incredible neutral, advantage, and disadvantage state, I genuinely think he's the best character in the game, arguably the second best. My second S tier is Harley. I think Harley is one of the most overrepresented characters. She's super popular right now, and there's many reasons for that. The first reason is because she has a winning matchup on Finn, which obviously people fucking want so badly, which because a lot of people just don't like Finn's playstyle, which is valid. But Harley does have a winning matchup on Finn, no doubt in my mind. Her down air is just a hard counter to up tilt. She has a lot of really broken neutral tools that just outvalue everything Finn does. She has good setups, which makes you waste coins to remove her Jack in the Box if she knows how to place it. Because if she places it on the ground, that's how you know it's a bad Harley, because you can literally just shoulder bash its Finn. She also has a few other winning matchups in the meta that are really important to have. She just overall is a really good character, and I just think, just based off what she provides as a character, I don't think she's going to be bad anytime soon. Third character in the S tier is going to be Arya. I think you could argue interchanging Arya and Harley right now. I think both these characters are super overpowered. I think you could definitely argue that Arya isn't good unless you play campy with her. But I feel like here's the thing, right? Is the reason why people haven't been able to do crazy things with this character yet is because they don't play the ideal strategy with her. If you play extremely campy with Arya, you find a ridiculous amount of success. And the main reason why is literally just because if you dash dance, or just focus on movement and just wait till they approach you, then you basically have a a frame 5, frame 6 way to just combo into 40-50%. Her combo starters are way too easy to pull off, and also she's labeled as an expert character, so people actually think they're good for playing her, bro. When in reality, she basically has auto combos that take 10 minutes to learn that do 50% and basically just make you win neutral with the easiest time of ever. It's ridiculous. So this character is super good. I really hope they do something to her that'll actually impact playing campy on an assassin, you know what I mean? But whatever. Regardless, really strong character. Don't really see any weaknesses with her. And of course, the 4 that have been in the top 5 for too long, Jake. Jake definitely probably up here somewhere. Might be better than both the assassins just because of his matchup spread. This character is heavily underrated by the people that play him. I think this character is so insanely good. If you literally, all you have to do is just have good dodge timings, and if you know how to dodge on this character and you know how to play his neutral, then you basically just can't lose. You have no disadvantage state. Your advantage state is basically the most polarizing in the game, or one of the most. Just insanely strong character overall right now, and I just think that this character has way too much in his toolkit that kind of needs to be removed to kind of rebalance him, because right now he's a little bit too strong for such a weird and mundane character. My next character in the S tier is gonna have to be Stripe. This is a character that deserves this whole own video, so I'll just wait till that comes out to go into detail. But this character is the worst designed character in PFG's ever made. This character really sucks to play against, to play as, and that's why nobody plays him. He literally has probably single-handedly one of the easiest climbs to the top 500 in the whole game. Like if you play Stripe, you can probably hit top 500 with just a little bit of practice. This character just, nobody finds him fun, and he takes no skill, and he has no respect amongst the players. Like universally nobody respects Stripe players. Like it's just the most boosted character you can play, like literally. So I don't know, just there's not much respect for this character in specific. If there's any character that people frown upon, it's Stripe, and I still think he's one of the best characters. He just doesn't get played, and that's literally why like he's not number one. It's just because there's no people representing him because of how cringe like his playstyle is. Another S tier for me has to be Morty. This character is definitely deserves to be in the same tier as these other characters. This character is just so good. His combo game's so overtuned. You can't approach him. He basically has two get out of disadvantage free tools, which is his down special and also his up special. He also has an armored teleport button, which is insanely good. He just has a really good disadvantage, and his combo game is really, really good. He can force you to approach as well. He also just has a really good way to control the stage. This character is overall just really strong. I don't really think anybody can argue that he's lower than S tier. All right, for another S tier character, we got, just kidding, Finn. Probably is somewhere around here. I think we could put him like right here. I think Arya, Harley, and Finn are all in the exact same boat meta-wise right now. Like, I think they're all in the exact same boat. They're both all really, like, they're all really strong, in fact. I really want to, I don't know. I don't know which order I'd say it's in. You guys can argue which order you say it's in. I think out of the three, I would have to say that Finn might be the second. I would have to argue that Finn might be winning out of all these just because he does have a decent matchup on Batman, and just because he does have a decent matchup on Stripe. Like, I would have to say that Finn, just because of where he is in the meta, would have to be the second or best out of these three assassins. But, like, to be honest, like, if it weren't for their matchups, if it weren't for his insanely good matchup spread, like, by default, these characters' kits are so much more stupid. Like, Arya, what she does with her combo game is so broken, and Dagger is what it is. Harley has literally one of the most OP buttons in the game, which is neutral attack. Literally just gives you a free hammer that if you miss space, which is totally accidental most of the time, you just get a free 13%, 15%. It's just, all these characters have stupid things about them, but I think just because of his matchup spread and just because of shoulder bash, I think Finn kind of deserves to be the best out of all these three. I got two more S tiers for you guys. I'm going to say Shaggy and Rick. These two are the last two S tiers. There's a few reasons for this, okay? I think that Shaggy right now, until he gets his rage nerf, because he got his rage reduced to 15 seconds, and then they made a change where they made it so that he can use his sandwich while in rage. Therefore, you have 15 seconds to use it, but your rage is more lethal, which is totally fine, I guess. A valid change to make, but then they figured out that there was like some sort of glitch with rage where like it would just disappear for no reason, even like with the timer, and so they just decided to remove it. And so now he has big sandwich back, I guess. So now he's even more strong. So I guess that makes him a S tier in ones. Without it though, I think it's fair that he's A plus, 100%. So we'll just say A plus just because I know it's gonna get fixed. But regardless, this character is insanely good. S tier potential, no doubt in my mind. People are just doing crazy things with this character right now. Still, I just want to keep seeing people evolve with him. Honestly. Rick is I'll say the hidden S tier of today. Nobody really thinks this character is top 8, but I think he is. This character is so broken. Basically, I don't know if you guys have seen the player Behance, but he does some super broken stuff with this character. His ability to control neutral at the top level is even better than Morty, which basically has an insanely good control game and just overall can just control the stage. And Rick does it literally better with portals, and it's so insane. He also has a get out of disadvantage free button. He also has really good projectiles. He has insanely good setups. He has good kill options, and he has really good damage. I don't really see what the issue is with this character. And at the very top of A+, literally these two characters are so close to these top 8. It's just because of their matchup spread. I think Shaggy loses. I think Shaggy has an issue with, this top 8 because he loses to projectile characters. So characters that have good zoning tools just kind of destroy Shaggy. Also, some of the assassins have a good matchup on Shaggy. That's why I don't think he's top 8. But I do think his kit overall has plenty of potential to rival the top 8. And he's a really strong character. and I don't think there's any reason not to pick him. Wonder Woman's really solid, but after her up special got nerfed, she's a little bit more in line now, and I don't think people are fair to call this character top 8 right now. I still think all of these characters are better than Wonder Woman. I think if she had better matchups, like if she wasn't losing so hard to Arya, and I think maybe she would be fine, like and if she wasn't losing so hard to Finn and Arya, yeah, I would say Finn and Arya. I don't know if she does against Morty and Rick, but I wouldn't imagine she does very good against Morty. But anyway, just because of how her matchups are against these characters, I don't think she's worth calling a S tier character, and for that reason she's going to be in the A+ tier. The next character in the A+ tier is Black Adam and LeBron. I think both these characters undeniably are just super good contenders for top 8 right now. Black Adam is so good this patch ever since, you know, he got his changes where he basically can just easily just approach people and not have to worry about whiff recovery destroying like his neutral ability, because in general, like, the problem with Black Adam was the fact that no characters had whiff recovery, but he did, right? But now he kind of is a little bit more in line with the other characters in terms of what whiff recovery they have. So I think he's like a little bit stronger now, and also I just think he's just a good character in general right now. I almost forgot this character, but top of A+ tier is Superman and Rain Dog. Actually, no, I think Rain Dog we'd go like right here, but Superman, also a really good contender for top 8. The only thing that's really keeping him back from being top 8 is the fact that he's really only good for the MMR system. Like competitively, I think he'd rather have anybody else in this top 8. But I think for the MMR system, Superman just right here. Like online, he just solos the MMR system because, and same with Jake, literally just because you can just get free MMR from people because you can just 50-50 them and it's just the freest win ever. But overall, this character is really solid. So is Jake, and they're both kind of good at the same thing, just cheesing people really hard. Superman really does it super well, and now that there's a lot more whiff recovery, I'm sure he's having a lot easier of a time in terms of, you know, reading people because you can just punish them. His movement technique is just really overpowered as well. I think you could also argue that he could be bottom of S, but I'll just keep him A+ for here. I think either of these three characters you could argue bottom of S over Rick, but I still think Rick is better than these three characters because of the top potential of Rick, and because of the placements that he's been getting recently. My final A+ character has to be Bugs. This character is so good in ones. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I don't care why, like, I don't really know why people want to argue the fact that Bugs just isn't good in ones, when in reality, like, you literally just put your down special on the ground and you just have control over the entire stage. Like, there's literally nothing the enemy can do if you're running cooldown perks, and you put on just a down special on the ground and just put a hole, and literally you just win neutral. Like, you just hop out of it, you put a hitbox out so they can't wait for you outside of it, which makes it even more powerful, right? You can literally just do that. You have a projectile that you can throw that's like a just slow moving projectile across the stage. Still has some of the best combo game. Still has just an insanely good amount of kill power with rocket and up air. Still has safe, which is a really good tool to take control of the stage. Just a really good character, and like, there's too many people placing on this character for him to be considered not like in the A+ tier. He's just so solid. All right, top of A, we're just gonna put Iron Giant and Steven. Honestly, it's just the reason why I can't believe in Iron Giant, and the reason why is pretty clear to me, and I just feel like he just doesn't have a good matchup strat in ones. Like, he loses to Arya, he loses to Finn, he loses to Rick, he loses to Morty. He has so many matchups in which literally people can just combo the ever-living hell out of him, and if you know how to counter grab cheese, he's just nothing crazy, dude. Like, I don't know, I just feel like people are kind of adapting to his cheese, and he's just getting easier to play against. So I think he's still top of A just because of how stupid his kit can be, but still a really honestly just iffy character. Like, again, he's great for the MMR system just like Superman, but again, he's so easy to cheese because of how heavy he is and how easily you can combo him. I only think there's a few people doing crazy things with Iron Giant in ones, and for that reason he's going to be here. Steven is here because I genuinely believe this character just has no reps that like popularize how good he is. But in general, I think optimized, he feels like playing an S tier character. Like, playing against a really good Steven feels like playing against someone around here. But like, nobody's doing that. Like, there's only 2 players doing that, and they're not even placing on him, sadly, which shows that like, maybe he has some great setups and stuff like that, but I don't know if he has potential to be A+ or S tier right now. This character is so strong, but I just can't bring myself to believe that he has what top Shaggies have or has what top Wonder Womans have. I just think he needs a lot more time to develop. He's really hard to pull off, and there's not enough people doing crazy stuff with him, sadly. So I think we're just gonna stick him in here. My next character is undoubtedly Tom and Jerry. The character is really good. I don't really think there's much else I have to say. The only thing is that he just doesn't have reps, just like with Steven. Both really strong characters that just don't have reps, unfortunately. Next up, Gizmo. I think this character is kind of around here, actually. I think he's really good. He has good camping potential. He has insanely good ladder combos. He has a pretty decent neutral. He has some really rough matchups, but I've been having fun with him recently because I think he just has a really unique kit that people don't know how to deal with. He has a really small hitbox while also being light, which means he's really hard to combo. He has just a lot of good stuff that he can use, and I genuinely think it makes him a pretty good character. Next up, Taz. I don't think this character is anything crazy at the top level, and there's one main reason, and that one reason is mostly because he's based off cheese. Kind of just the same boat as Superman and Jake. Character is just basically all based off cheese. If you can't hit it, then you're going to be having a lot of trouble getting any sort of success with this character because his neutral sucks. I just genuinely don't think he's a good neutral. His combo game is just really mid compared to other characters in the game. He also just has just plenty of issues that make him a rough character to play right now in the meta, but I still think he's decent. Velma's the next up in A tier. I think she actually is really solid in ones. I've lost to a Velma before in my fin. This character is actually really crazy sometimes in ones. She just obviously nobody plays her. I think she could easily be around bugs here if somebody played her, like around here, but literally nobody plays this character. So just because of the representation, I'm gonna have to say A for now. Garnet, you could argue B+ or A, but I think you can pretty safely say she's bottom 3 character, maybe around here. Just because she does have a really strong rep that's placed really well. Stealth. There's also Zork, who's a pretty crazy Garnet player. Overall, this character is great, and I think she has some good good positives to her, but she just has so many cons. I mean, she's a massive hitbox. She's so easy to counter in terms of like reversaling and going for combos. She can't really go up high against people. Like if she's high in the air, she's just gonna get Harley up specialed or Arya up specialed or Morty up aired, whatever. Like she just can't really challenge people from above ever. She can really only stay on the ground because she has a good jab, and that's about it. Her gauntlets are really good. She has decent gimping potential, but that's about it. Like she just doesn't have anything crazy that makes her a good character. I would say the cutoff for like every character that's like viable in this game, like okay, we made it a tier. I made an underrepresented tier because I genuinely don't think there's a single 1's Velma player that has like made like any sort of like crazy precedence in the meta right now. I literally think this character just doesn't get picked, so it's hard to even place her anywhere. But I think she, at the top level, she could be around here. I don't know, but I'm going to just say underrepresented for Velma in 1's. Taz is, I think, just, he has enough cheese to where it makes his character decently viable. And Garnet, again, I think she has a decent kit. It's just the fact that her hitboxes or her hurt boxes are like way too big. She doesn't really have disjoints. She really only has jab and gauntlets. There's really only a few things good about her. And I just don't think she stacks up with, let's say, Tom and Jerry, Steven, Gizmo, Iron Giants, who I all think are good characters and all have good qualities about them, compared to Garnet, who has a little bit less than that. So I think Taz and Garnet are kind of in the same boat. I would say the cutoff is around Tom and Jerry, where characters start to become a little bit in the more hard to make viable tier. So definitely, I think that's my tier list right now. What do you guys think personally? Do you guys think that I had some good things to say about the current meta right now? Do you guys think there's any characters that need nerfs right now? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I think also I should move this character up rope. All right, that's my final tier list, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Just kind of see what my opinion is on the current meta. I always have fun making these just because it's a great way to gauge my current thoughts on the game and the current game balance. So if you guys enjoyed watching that, make sure you guys stick around for some more content and drop a sub if you enjoyed. And again, check out my socials in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.